want you to be my lead, don't have to take it undercover. Just under the bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing flower, bringing ting-a-ling-a-ling. The honeymoon is when we going, and I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Dinner at the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Shot is in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once and we went up, yeah. And my love tripping, yeah. Now I feel my body drifting, yeah. Baby girl, she got me lifted, the mind tripping, yeah. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Panthers coming in at 2-2, going up against the Buccaneers, who come in at 1-3. Time to head up to a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, where we join our dry commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Guys, take it away.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First carry now. This is Lacey. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Here's Newton now on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's third down. On the defensive side of the ball, we're going to look at the starters for Tampa Bay. And, Charles, how about Vernon Hargreaves?
A pick they were excited to make because in their division, they've got to have guys who can slow down some of the best receivers in the league. And Vernon Hargreaves fits that profile. Very sharp, very intelligent. He operates well on the corner.
Throwing is Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's brought down after a good gain.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yep. He's got it with the 15. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there. Newton again. 41 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Shift together here from the D-line. To the air again, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Kelvin Benjamin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. The partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The first carry now for Doug Martin. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's the offense, and highlighted as a guy who gave himself his own nickname, the Dugginator.
Brandon, you really can't nickname yourself, but if he keeps running at this level, he'll have plenty of good nicknames to choose from.
Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
When Shaq Thompson declared for the draft, I said he should be a running back in the NFL. He said no way, he'd rather hit people as a linebacker.
On third down, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
On fourth down, the Bucs will call on Anger. Brian Anger to punt it away. Back deep for the Panthers, Ted Ginn. Field, here come the Panthers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He'll buy some time right. This will be caught at about the 3. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
William Golston in on the stop.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. From the 50, Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 1st down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Now a play fake here. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
and retire as a vet and probably maybe put on a new. Oh, I'm in a cruise ship. I'm tired of this in the kitchen.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Panthers. Time to head up to a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, where we join our dry commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Guys, take it away.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Newton on first down. And his first look is incomplete. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Benjamin's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Brett Grimes is one of those cornerbacks who was overlooked coming out of college and plays each and every game with a chip on his shoulder.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
What often gets lost with Eddie Lacy when he's playing at his ideal weight is his agility and his quickness. But in this case, he's putting that together with his power. And with these early runs, if you're on the defense side of the ball, you've got to stop that now or you're in for a long, long game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Newton to throw. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Newton now to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. And incomplete to open things up. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
It's real easy to talk about Thomas Davis coming back from multiple knee injuries, but he wants his play on the field to be the story.
On third down, Winston. Dancing to his left. Then Huff reels it in. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Second down, Winston. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception #1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But you playing the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's Newton. Deep drop. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. Off play action. Newton He's going to fire one deep. And got his man complete. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. One back is Lacey. He's going to get the football. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Newton on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You break through the receivers. Now, on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And he comes back with one complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On 1st and 10, Newton. And the tight end Dixon left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
On 2nd down, Lacey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
One receiver right, that's Brown. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And a a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And a catch right side by Evans. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Time to step aside. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And the first carry for the former Clemson Tigers, C.J. Spiller. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. C.J. Spiller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And out of bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a second down throw for Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the first-rounder, Vernon Hargreaves. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The 2015 All-Pro, Thomas Davis, able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Second down, Winston. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
A first down throw for Winston. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. Finding time. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Winston on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Ginn. So he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They run. Martin. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Throwing. Winston. Caught. It's Huff. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. One man on the backfield, that's Martin. Jameis to throw it. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Winston rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. I'm just going to say his name, Luke Kuechly. Now, the fans, when he's playing at home, boy, do they respond when he makes a play, don't they?
And, boy, and why wouldn't they respond? You look at his career so far, most tackles of anybody since 2012, 591 coming into this year.
I'm going to do it anyway. Luke.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Josh Huff, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Roberto Aguayo out now for the Buccaneer field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Aguayo's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points. But they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll begin this drive with C.J. Spiller. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Side by Benjamin. Call it a gain of 7, and it gives him a new set of downs.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now a 10th carry here for Lacey. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you take a look at Eddie Lacy, you expect the run we just saw, don't you? A battering ram type of an effort.
Absolutely. Such a tough runner in Alabama where he won those national championships, and a tough runner here in the NFL. They stay on the ground on 1st down with Lacy. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give to Spiller. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. C.J. Spiller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Now Jameis on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They come out here in the eye. They begin the drive with Lacey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They run it again with Lacey. And he's got some space here. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Toss play to Spiller. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. C.J. Spiller, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A dump off to Sims. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people move.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Over the middle to Evans. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. Escaping. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Mea culpa time for me. When Eddie Lacy came out of college, I thought he'd be a good player, but I didn't know he'd have this kind of an impact on the game. As he goes, so goes his offense, and they're winning the game as a result.
I was going to say, they're both going pretty well right now, thanks to Mr. Lacy. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Here's Spiller. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Vernon Hargraves, the rookie, in on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I don't want to sound old or anything here, partner, but I remember the days in this situation where you just put the ball in the hands of a running back. Now, it could be anyone carrying the football to try and pick up a first down or a touchdown.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Clinton McDonald able to drop him for a loss of 4. Second down now after the sack. One back is Lacey. Play action. It's Newton. That's strong running. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The intended receiver was Corey Brown. And it's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Third and long, it's Newton. It's complete to Brown, right side. And oh, he coughed it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. One receiver to the left is Evans. Winston now after the fumble recovery. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
He's going to float this one deep. And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Spiller. And some room to roam now. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Carolina eating some clock on the ground there. And part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line, they can move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember, their head coach, Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Again, they run it with Spiller. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, you might want to tear up your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The busy night continues for Lacey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out here in the I. Again, it's Lacey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Fresh set of downs here. On the ground, this is Lacey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field. Brandon, you identified early that this game looked like it was going to be lopsided in favor of the winning team.
And then late in this one, you and I, we were digging at stuff, weren't we, to talk about, partner?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I think we brought up statistics from somewhere around circa 1927-28, hoping we could keep people going in this one.
Deep in the annals for this blowout win. So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.